Holy shit. Kind of wasn't getting into any but it kind of wasn't getting any model. There's an Irishman in all of us. If you check this My Heritage stuff, you're Irish and you're Spanish and a little bit Swedish. What? Here you have a tick. Fuck. Let's see if we can get a little bit creative here. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Today, you and I are going to go and have a little quickie. And when I say quick, holy crap! And when I say quickie, I hope you don't get disappointed when I mean photographing. You and I are gonna head into one of the forests that I usually tend to hike in. And I've been hiking there now every day for a week. And there has been a bunch of pine trees that I have seen, and they have had this absolutely gorgeous light. And every time I walk past them, I'm like, I need to photograph that. If it's a good photo or not, only time will tell, but at least I need to give it a try. That was an epic angle. That was an epic angle. Jesus, you're gonna get car sick from watching this. Holy moly. The road that we're driving on, where I live, is absolutely stunning. I mean, just have a look at this. It's been super hot today. We've had like 30 degrees Celsius in the shade. I've absolutely been dying today. A truck up there just lost a bunch of garbage, as you can see here along the road there. So you can see even more falling off. Holy shit! Oh. Everything has become so incredibly green. And green is not my, well, I struggle a bit with green. The greens tend to turn out a bit strange on my Nikon camera. So I've always, I've tried to adjust the white balance in camera, and it's not too bad. But it's just slightly off, just enough that it's wrong. So on every single freaking photo, I have to calibrate the colors in Lightroom. I have to sit there and adjust each individual color to tweak them before I do any sort of adjustments to anything else. And it's such a hassle. And you would think that you could just make a preset of the calibration, but I have quickly found out that that really doesn't work neither, because the greens are different from time to time. Not from time to time, but from photo to photo, they're different. So there's not a one size fits all type of preset. So it's not the biggest problem in the world, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm in a hurry. I need to get going because I am losing light as heck. Never mind all the garbage. We are about to approach the final destination in amongst those trees. And man, what a bummer it will be if I don't find anything to photograph. As per usual, I am dressed for success. Good thing there's not a million or 10 ticks in this forest. Where the heck am I? Have I gone past where I'm supposed to be? No, here it is. Here it is. Oh man, I'm so screwed. I am so screwed. Oh, and of course there's it's not poison ivy, but it's similar. It's that plant that we have here, brennenasla, that's called. Not really sure if poison ivy and what we call brennenasla means it burns, brenna, burning, or burn. And I'm really not dressed appropriately for hiking here. We have probably all the ticks in the world are congregating in this area. And we have the European viper, which also tend to enjoy these places. Here we have a couple of trees. There we have a very interesting one, a fallen pine tree. And now the hard work begins to find the composition, and the light is fading fast. So I am in a hurry. Okay. Turn the ISO all the way down. Open everything up. Oh, come on. We don't have time for this. I must admit that I am a little bit unsure about this spot right now. And I'm really being very put off by actually walking around here in my sandals. That was a very stupid thing to do. Nah. There you have. Wow, that's a fucking spider. The irony of it all. Here you have a tick. Oh, come here. Here's a tick. Son of a bitch. I knew this was a bad idea.
this was definitely a bad idea.
You know what? I'm gonna swap to my 70-200. That is my go-to lens. Oh no, it's open! Ah! I hope nobody's watching me now. Ah, come on. I love my 70-200. That is my go-to lens. I really love getting nice and close to the subjects, and you can really I feel that there's something there, but there's just two trees with some space between them. That's really not gonna do anything. I'm just having a second check here. Fuck. Already got one. That thing needs to be addressed when I get home. Lyme borreliosis. I think that's what it's actually called. That is not something to mess around with. A friend of mine got it a few years back, and he got sick as a dog. He actually got so sick that it's now chronic. Yeah, close enough. And to be honest, I was a bit put off by that little bugger that latched onto my leg. I was. What I was bitten by was something called a forest tick, and those are one of the worst ticks to get bitten by because they have the highest potential of getting sick by if you're bitten by one of those. It seems like this camera really struggles to focus while I'm really close. At the top there's a bright part that needs to go, which means that I need to get the tripod even higher, but it doesn't go any higher than this. So that means that I have to be a little bit creative. That's not high enough. That really isn't high enough. There is no way. Well, that composition isn't too bad. Just gonna take a quick little, oh, of course. Look how windy it is. Oh. That's a really nice tree. That's a really, really nice tree. But okay. We got a, what is that? A birch sticking up there, which causes a lot of, that could be a problem. Yeah, that could be a real problem. shaky. If I zoom in, well, everything's moving. Having the tripod, now it's as high as it can go. That is not ideal when it's as windy as this. That freaking tree is a problem. That freaking tree is a problem. Yeah, it's still here and it's still moving so much. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's still moving quite a bit. That is a big problem. Maybe. Let's see if... Now I need to step away from the camera. Please don't fall over. Please, please. It's not the first time we've tried that. Ooh. Let's see if we can get a little bit creative here. I'm not gonna break it. I'm just gonna temporarily move it aside. If that even works. It's not heavy enough. Can you stay like that? Just, is that enough? No. That is not enough. That is definitely not enough. Stay there. Stay. Check the ticks. Is it out of the frame? Actually, I think that worked. Stay. Stay. Sit. Play dead. Actually, that worked. That worked. Okay. You stay there. I'm watching you. No. Son of a bitch. Couldn't you just give me this one shot? I see that you're strong and healthy. A strong and healthy birch tree. I know that. But could you please, for the love of God, give me just... I'm trying to be nice here. Most photographers would have just snapped you straight over. Broken your spine. Bye-bye, birch. Come on. Stay. Jesus. Don't even think about it. Okay, it's out of the frame now. Don't even think about it. I see that it's working itself back. The thing is, the light... Stop blowing! For fuck's sake. Oh, it is so windy. It is so darn windy. I'm taking a few shots every now and then. It is actually very, very nice right now. Except for the fact that there is a bit of movement in the trees. That is, there's a pine all the way back there, and there's some foliage which is moving around quite much. That was actually not bad, really. Check the histogram. Where did the histogram go? There it is. Pull it up just a tad, just to keep details in the shadows. I'm actually gonna take a photo. Is that birch back? Did it bounce back? No, it's almost there. It's almost bounced back. You can see it. You can see it right there. I'm this close of breaking that. Ah, please. Oh, it's working itself back. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Leave this here. Okay. Well, maybe too much. Now, you stay there. Stay. The colors are really nice, really nice. It's still very windy, so I'm constantly working the camera. I need to be prepared for when it stops blowing, which it does right now. Oh, it is almost dead quiet now. Oh, this is beautiful. This is almost too good to be true right now. Darn, this is too good to be true. This just can't be. Wow. The light is fading. We have a shutter speed at the moment of 1.6. Man. The dynamic range of this camera is really, really nice. It's really, really nice. Would you have a look at that? There is also a different reason why I was so put off by that tick that latched on. You remember perhaps that I said that I wasn't all well, as we say in Norway. Well. I went to the doctor's office because I had some green, like mucus coming up when I was coughing from an old flu that I had a couple of months before. But it kind of wasn't getting any better. So I went to the doctor's office and he started listening to my chest, to my back, to my chest again, to my back again. Chest, back, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then he took my blood pressure. And then he took my blood pressure again. And then he took my blood pressure again. He probably took my blood pressure probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 times. And then he was like, do you have any heart condition that you know of? And I was like, no. Well, you are in serious danger of having a heart attack in that chair that you're sitting in right now. You can have a heart attack any moment. What? Yeah. My blood pressure was over 160 over 80. That is very high. That is very high. And he had heard something in my chest. In my heart. That wasn't supposed to sound like that. Something was off. So, and he took the well, you have children, so you need to get your shit together, because every patient that I have in here always say that, yeah, they're willing to die for their children. And then he said, but are you willing to live for your children? So when I went out that door that day, it was with a gun to my head, to my temple. And I've been searching for this motivation for at least 10 years. Really, really sad thing is that it had to go this far for me to actually get the motivation that I needed. It had to go to the point where, well, exactly, you have a gun to your head before you start doing anything. So, if you haven't noticed, I don't know if this lens is the appropriate lens to show anything. I hope for the love of God there's no hikers here that see me now. Yeah, back to what I was saying. As you can probably tell, I am a lot slimmer. I have eaten my way down almost 15 kilos in little over a month. Yeah, about a month and a half-ish. Oh. Need to pay attention. This is a tricky scene because the light is very, very sneaky. It comes and it goes. Suddenly it's just like, oh, and then it goes again. So this shirt, I haven't had this shirt on in 10 years because it wouldn't button up. Now it's open because it's hot as hell. And ooh. The sun is really creeping down. It really is. Man, I need to get a higher tripod because this tripod really doesn't work. I could perhaps put you over here, but then I become very tiny. Very little, very tiny. Very tiny. This is how tiny I am. Now I've suddenly started speaking Irish. I'm probably Irish as well. Aren't we all? There's an Irishman in all of us. If you check this My Heritage stuff, you're Irish and you're Spanish and a little bit Swedish. Who knows? I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Okay, now the sun is going down. And what I was hoping for is that when the sun finally ducks down, it will illuminate the sky a little bit so that you get this little, I just call it afterglow, which is really nice sometimes, but it tends to be nicer when there's some clouds in the sky that can bounce a little bit of light back down into the scene, which is like reflective light from the clouds. Because now it is really, really dull. Like everything just disappeared now.